Hi friends, welcome back. And today we will start a new section about Docker networking. We will talk about what is Docker network and how containers communicate with each other in the same host or in the different hosts. And this section is very important because the Docker network is the basic. And after this section, we will talk about some advanced topic, and at that time you will realize that if you don't understand well about the Docker network, then you will find it's difficult for you to understand some other advanced topic. So just pay attention to this section. I hope you after this section you will get a better understanding about the Docker network. So today I will talk about the overview of Docker network. So first, we know that Docker uses many Linux namespace technologies for isolation. They are a user namespace, process namespace, etc. For network isolation, Docker uses Linux network namespace technology. So each Docker container has its own network namespace, which means it has its own IP address, routing table, and firewall rules. And Linux network namespace is the very basic of container network. So in the next lecture, I will show you how can we create a Linux network namespace and how can different namespace talk with each other. Actually, Docker has an abstraction about a network. It's a container network model, and we usually call it CNM. And in CNM, there are three very important concepts. The first one is sandbox. The second one is endpoint. The last one is network. So a sandbox contains the configuration of a container's network stack. So it could be a Linux network namespace. And a sandbox may contain many endpoints from multiple networks. So an endpoint joins a sandbox to a network, and a network is a collection of endpoints that have a connectivity between them. So this is the container network model. Actually, in order to implement the powerful network function, there are some drivers. Here, there are IPAM driver and network driver. For IPAM driver is used for IP address management, and network driver is the most important driver. So in this slides, we can see here is lib network. Lib network is an implementation for container network model, and under this model there are many network drivers. By default, there are three types of built-in drivers. Is none and bridge driver, overlay driver. So there are also some other, third-party plugins to implement some complicated network model. In the following lectures, we will talk about these drivers through real examples. And after finishing this section, you will understand how containers communicate with each other in a single host or multi-host. For example, for single host, how two different containers communicate with each other, how the container communicate with the outside of the Linux host, how to access the internet, and how access container from the local Docker host and outside of the Docker host. For example, if we have a web service in this container, so how to access this web service from outside of this Docker host. And the solution for a single host Docker networking is based on Linux Bridge and IPtables. So we will talk about this later. For multi-host container networking, we will know how containers located on different Docker hosts communicate with each other, and we will explain this situation and give you a very deep dive demo about this. Actually, the solution for the multi-host Docker networking is tunnel and routing. We can use some layer 2 tunnel technology, and also we can use some layer 3 routing technology. Okay, so this is the overview of Docker networking. Okay, see you next time.